What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So this right here is the iPhone 12 mini. I've had this for more than 2 years since its initial release in late 2020, and I want to talk about it and pretty much share my thoughts, experience, and answer the question, is the iPhone 12 mini still worth it in late 2022 heading into 2023? Without further delay, let's dive right in. Okay, let's start off with design on the iPhone 12 mini. This was kind of the redesign from the iPhone 11 series to the 12. It's more squared off, but the mini name, this is the first mini that Apple has released. It's a flagship device, but in a small form factor. And I love it. It fits in one hand. You can use it with one hand. It's super pocketable. The form factor is just great. I absolutely love this. Like, my personal opinion, I love the iPhone 12 mini and its size, its form factor. It's just been great to use for the past 2 years. Display has also been great. It's not 120 Hertz, and if it was, obviously the battery would be even worse than it already is, but I'm gonna dive into that in a little bit. But using it for watching YouTube videos, social media, and all that stuff, just the daily things you do on your display, it's good. It does a good job. Now, there's some concern, like, this is a smaller display, like it's not gonna show as much content. Yes, I understand, but the quality itself of this display is an OLED panel. It gets the job done, and I really don't mind that it has a smaller display. And if you think about it, 5.4 inches, like back then, like 2014, 2015, was a pretty large size. Obviously, there was bezels and all that stuff, but I still think this is a fairly large or decent display. It's not like 6.7 inches like the 14 Pro Max we have right now, but it definitely has like literally the same size as the iPhone 6S Plus or 6 Plus, 5.5 almost. And it's just been a breeze to use. Like, the display quality has been awesome. No ProMotion, but that's okay. Otherwise, I love this mini size. Pocketable design has held up really well. There are some scuffs. I mean, I did drop it, and right here, if you can see, I did scuff it, but other than that, I used this caseless for a while and nothing really happened. There's no scratches on the cameras, or at least scratches that I can't see. Maybe there's like super duper small micro scratches. I do have a screen protector that you can obviously tell right here on the 12 mini, and it's the same one I installed 2 years ago. Still been using it, no issues whatsoever. And that's gonna lead me into performance. Performance on 12 mini, man. Look, it's an iPhone. It has an A14 chipset, which is the same chip found in the new iPad 10th gen, the redesigned iPad, which is $449 now. Anyway, this A14 has been a slouch. It performs like a beast. Obviously, what do you expect from Apple's inbuilt silicon chipsets? They perform really well. The A14, the A15, the A16 on the new 14 Pros, amazing. Haven't had any issues whatsoever. I've been running iOS 16, obviously. I've tried the beta before when it came out in June. Then I went to the normal version. I stopped using beta. Now I'm on the official iPhone 12 mini iOS 16, as you can see right here. And I've had no hiccups, no bugs, nothing out of the ordinary. So if you're looking for an iPhone 12 mini that's like pocketable, it's the form factor, it's going to perform like a beast, then this is it for you. That's the main advantage you get with the iPhone 12 mini. You're getting a powerful device in a small form factor. And I know a lot of people who prefer this mini size, and Apple did continue with the iPhone 13 mini, and they stopped it with the iPhone 14 series. I hope they do bring this back, maybe in the form like of an iPhone SE. And the only one thing I don't like about the design is the glossy back, and it keeps getting fingerprints all over. Maybe it's just the color that I chose. I love this blue. But I wish they made this a matte finish. It would have been better, more fingerprint resistant. But like I said, my hopes are Apple brings this form factor back with a full display, pocketable form. Like, I'm not a fan of the current iPhone SE we have. It's an outdated design. We've had that design essentially since 2014 with the iPhone 6. Come on, it's It's been 8 years. We're heading into year 9 with the same design. Like, Apple, please do something. I mean, there's rumors of the iPhone XR becoming the new iPhone SE, or at least that design becoming the new iPhone SE 4. But I hope one day Apple does take this design and make this the iPhone SE lineup, if they're not going to bring it back as a mini. But one can only hope. Let's talk about cameras now. So it's an iPhone camera again. When I bought this, and ever since I've bought it, I've been using this as one of my cameras for the YouTube channel. So I think for me, that says a lot. That says that I can rely even on a 2-year-old device with a 2-year-old camera. I can still rely on its photos and its video quality. It has a wide and a ultra wide lens. I'm not looking for telephoto. I don't need the extra features as long as it takes good photos and good videos, which it does, and that's why it's been a part of my camera system for the YouTube channel. For those who are new to the channel, I typically use this, as you can see the A-roll right here, it's actually being recorded with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it's great. I am able to rely on other iPhones. I've used the iPhone SE 3 as one of my cameras. I use it time to time as my A-roll camera. I use the iPhone 12 mini from time to time as my A-roll camera. I am able to rely on this. And if you have this device, you want to start making content, it's a great device to start making content. You can't go wrong with iPhone cameras, even with iPhone 12 mini, because it has the same camera as essentially the iPhone 12, just in a smaller form factor. Again, this is iPhone 12 in a Pocketable mini form factor. That's really it. And that's going to bring me to the battery life. The battery life on this. Okay, so it's a small phone, which means a smaller battery, and that it didn't have the greatest battery life to start off with. I understand that, but it's 2 years later, it's definitely taken a huge hit. And I'm a heavy user. Like, I'm always using my phone, so this is definitely not lasting for me. And I don't think it will last for moderate users. Light users will probably need to charge this once a day, maybe when you're heading into bed. Then you're going to have to charge it. You can definitely get through it, obviously, if you don't use it maybe just for calling. But again, moderate, heavy users especially, you're going to have to charge it maybe even 2 to 3 times a day. It's going to let you down. The battery will let you down. And in my use, I can't rely on this device. Therefore, I don't think you should use it as a daily because of the battery. In fact, let's go to battery right here. Let's go to battery health and charging. So I'm at 93. It's a little bit higher than what I've seen with other users. I've seen users that have like 83% battery capacity. Mine was actually going really well, and then all of a sudden last year just started dropping from 99 to 98, and now it's at 93, which is very surprising. I wish it was, a thicker device, like same size, but a little bit thicker with a larger battery. iPhone 13 mini had a slightly larger battery, and it improved just a little bit, but it's still not like a device that I would recommend to use from morning to night as a heavy user without not worrying to charge the device. You're going to have to charge this in the end. If you have old MagSafe, yeah, you can slap on a portable charger that fits on the iPhone 12 mini, or if you're always at home and you have a lightning cable, which I don't use lightning. I actually charge all my iPhones with MagSafe now. But if you have if a charger next to you all the time, then yeah, you don't need to worry about battery life. But as soon as you walk out the door and you're out on the go, you have to start worrying about battery life. And that's why I'm sharing my experience with you guys, because I've used this device. I've had it since its release in late 2022, October, November of 2022. And it started off great. Battery life was mediocre, but it has obviously gotten worse over time. Now, that's going to lead me into pricing, because when this first came out, it was, I believe, $699 for the carrier versions, $729 for the unlocked, and it started at 64 gigs. I went with 128, but now the standard 13 mini starts at 128 gigs. Here's the thing with pricing. You can find this for much cheaper, and at a cheaper price, like $350, $400, it's a little bit easier to recommend. But then again, you have to kind of think about the battery life. Is the battery life, am I going to worry about it? If so, I would kind of say skip on the 12 mini, but if battery life is not an issue for you, hey, you can find it for cheaper on Amazon. I'll be leaving links in the description down below, and you can pick it up that way. My personal preference is, I mean, because of that battery life, and if you want to pick up a 12 mini, don't use it as your daily device. Use it maybe as, I don't know, in my case, use it as a B-roll camera, or use it as just a device to hold onto for years to come. And this might become a vintage, who knows? I'm just throwing it out there. This might become vintage in 15, 20, 30 years, who knows? But I absolutely love this. I'm keeping my 12 mini for the foreseeable future. I don't think you can convince me otherwise. But that's really been it. Answering the question, is it still worth it? No, it's not. Why? Because of battery life. That's the answer for you. But if you did enjoy, be sure to smash the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot and will help push my content out to more people. And also, if you're wondering about this wallpaper, it's my current wallpaper that I have right now. It's called Ripple. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below. And make sure to stay tuned for the channel, my community tab, because I'm always sharing with you guys updates on my wallpaper packs. I am actually working on one that I am planning to release at the beginning of 2023. So definitely stay tuned to that. That one that I'm planning to release in a couple of weeks, at the time of this recording at least, is by far my favorite wallpaper pack I have made. So be sure to stay updated on the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.